Remember the nice.
Mbe muhunde wezi damu. Oya me your papa. De mo woma ba mo ante dem. Yaki busy.
Back in 2006, there were several organizations that were trying to provide some services for persons with intellectual disability, but there was not one single voice. So Inclusion Ghana, was formed by a lot of different organizations who were focused on persons with intellectual disability, who came together, and through the efforts of Lev in Denmark, they came together to form Inclusion Ghana.
Yeah, it's a relatively small place.
And so if you look at most of the rehabilitation centers that we have, cater for people who have physical disabilities, not the person who have intellectual disability, which I think the attention for them is not as much as we have as for the other people.
The difference between before and now is that before, I think people did not understand intellectual disability. A lot of times in the Ghanaian context, if you cannot really associate a cause to a particular thing, people say that it's spiritual. And so a lot of people with intellectual disability are seen as, some spiritual forces, and usually it must be driven away. And so undertonely, they were killing, people with intellectual disability.
But fortunately for her, SAPID came across her, and we picked her up, and we managed to put her into parent self-help group.
Onamda wezi dam papa bi wa wa dam bani zinechira osel ojade oye na enyi to da dam bot daman ozinechir.
SAPID is one of many organizations that has become a member of Inclusion Ghana's network. SAPID is based in Cape Coast and has established many self-help groups.
Na my bobo say azina ba ya me dead. Say no ba ya. Mama, I mean a very yen firiazi. Na yan kankaji amu na mori eze. Oyes.
Yes, Sister Mary, no sukita eba, no so.
And in the group, Jackie mother got to know that she's not the only person carrying that burden of looking after a child with intellectual disability.
A little way inland, in the city of Ho, is the Kekeli Foundation, an organisation that also offers a number of services to people with intellectual disabilities and their families. Besides support to parent self-help groups, Kekeli also runs a self-advocacy group, which, unlike the parent self-help group, is comprised of young people with intellectual disabilities. In the self-advocacy group, they are given the opportunity to learn about their own rights and discuss what needs and wishes they might have.
Government government
I mean, Akofa, when we first met her, we saw that she really wants to be independent. She wants to work, she wants to get married, she wants everything everybody wants. And we started interacting with her and thinking about how she could be one of our self-advocates. Every Wednesday we meet with 6 self-advocates from Ho to discuss daily life and what their hopes and dreams are. We also teach them jewelry design, weaving, and other skills so they can go out and earn a living.
Akorfa has realised that she cannot become a nurse, but she wants to earn her own money. However, one thing is the right to a job, as the UN Convention outlines, but the reality is something else, as Akorfa has often experienced.
And she was really trying, going to find different jobs, socializing with people, being involved in her church. So we saw her to be a wonderful member of our organization. So she's been a very active member in our work, and we've been able to develop programs around her and others who have worked with her so they can be more included in society.
It is one of Inclusion Ghana's focus areas to ensure jobs for people with intellectual disabilities. In order to achieve greater influence on employment and political influence in general, Inclusion Ghana applied for admission to the umbrella organisation for all disabled people in Ghana, GFD, the Ghana Federation of Disability Organisations, which represents more than 3 million people with disabilities.
Now we're working to review the Disability Act. For instance, we have Inclusion Ghana making clear inputs, specific inputs that will have positive impact on people with intellectual disability.
In the so-called District Assembly Common Fund, funds are earmarked for people with disabilities which both organisations and individuals can apply for, as Jackie's mother has done. Sapid arranged that Jackie registered for social welfare and national health insurance so that she could receive health support.
Social welfare no one common fine be. To one man no maminya be maze chicha mo wan kakra maze shy about friend.
Earlier, Jackie couldn't move much, but then as she went through the rehabilitation center, she was given a special chair, and now I can say Jackie can sit in her chair independently, and the mom is also very happy because now the mom can put her in a chair, then do her other businesses. And when Jackie also comes to school, she can sit in a chair and partake in the school activity. Jackie's mother now can send Jackie to school, and while Jackie is in school, she can have that time to do something for herself, to earn a small income to look after herself and Jackie.
Jackie, but the best ekutu ewa into so ye ekuta memma wonsado.
Now you see people with intellectual disability, participating in social activities. And so you see some of these impact in a lot of the places that you go.
1 year.
About 4 years now, we've been working with Inclusion Ghana, and for instance in Cape Coast, we've been able to do a lot of awareness creation, and in fact, it has yielded a lot of dividend for the organization.
Being part of Inclusion Ghana has also expanded the network, made parents aware that there are parents in northern region, in other parts of Ghana, who have similar challenges.
Baya. Tama minya ibi mama bana o me bana ko school. Wa mama ho atom kakra mutum madene ba school. Na se obi kare obi a yame damazi mama ne metum maye.
it cannot get any better than that, because the school is also giving an opportunity to this child, because a child with cerebral palsy and cannot sit, walk, talk, and can now go to school, I think is inspiring.
Kofa has made many friends in the community, and they have taught her a lot of skills, so she has been an inspiration to many of our advocates to be more independent.
The future is only great if people with intellectual disability are included in society, and also making sure that the parents that we have brought together to form groups are also sustained in a way that they are able to include their own children in their own homes. And when we do this, then it means we will have a very great Ghana.
Becoming a nurse remained a dream, but Akofa still found work, identity and self-esteem, and her story is a valuable contribution to the common project known as Inclusion Ghana.